After what happened last time, I'm gonna double check. Ugh. Doesn't look like I have a camera. You're killing me. Smalls. Let's see, let's see. Alright, that's looking better over there. Get that stream manager up. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Bat-Moan. What a weird couple days it's been. This is not my first playthrough. This is a 100% playthrough. Yeah, achievement hunting, sure. Because I'm trying to do it all. Alright, alright, alright. Letting some people know that we're playing Arkham City today. Because as always... I just got a text message about how my morning defecation went after a walk. Thank you, Monica. Yeah, so we started Arkham City the other day, and it didn't go great. The first time we tried to challenge Victor Zsasz, I fell through a building, which wasn't ideal. And then when I restarted, because I just kept falling into nothingness, then the game froze. So I'm hoping today goes a little bit better. Hey, Fuchs! How is it going? I'm doing pretty well. I am hoping that this works out. Ashley, if you happen to be here, which I know you're working, and I think you're having a stressful day, so I totally understand if you don't want to be. But we're not going to encounter the Joker for a little bit, and I'll let you know when we do. Oh, wait. Yes! Really fast, if anybody out in the chat wants to pick a bat suit, we've got the normal Arkham City suit. We've got the animated Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Year 1 Batman, Earth 1 Batman, Sinestro Corp, Batman Inc., 1970s, and Batman Beyond. I love that. We'll give it one more second to see if Fuchs not having to focus on students wants to help pick. If not, we'll go Year 1. I like a good... Oh, you put it in! Son of a gun. Well, I'll play Sinestro Corp next time. Oh, I should have waited. Playing on my phone, or having the chat on my phone, definitely slows things down. So for those of you who haven't played Arkham City, the last time we were here, Bruce Wayne was protesting the fact that Arkham City exists.
Find my phone, Batman.
Yep. Was protesting that Arkham City exists. He was arrested and thrown into Arkham City, which is a major part of Gotham City, that has been walled off to keep prisoners in. As soon as we got into Arkham City, we encountered the Penguin. This is where it froze last time. Fingers crossed. Immediately, we encountered the Penguin, who we beat up, as well as his henchmen. We started looking for Catwoman after we got dressed in our bat suit. Oh, I should go for the Riddler trophy to glide for 150 meters unassisted. We went looking for Catwoman, who had been captured by Two-Face and who was going to be dropped into poison acid.
Batman has disappeared. We have no visual.
That did not happen because we're awesome. I didn't quite get it, but that's okay. Come on, man. We didn't quite get there. No, we did get there in time. We saved Catwoman. She's not dead. Then we went looking for the Joker, encountered Harley Quinn, voiced by Tara Strong in this game.
Did I ever tell you about my first kill, Batman? No? As I am sure you are aware,
I feel like
my parents were dead and I was rich. So rich I could have anything
Oh, I
I
did
wanted,
not
but
know
of course,
that.
All I wanted was
First
them
and foremost,
back.
thank you for
I
the
now
follow.
know
That
was
is
impossible,
amazing.
of course,
That is
their
so cool.
death served a
I'll have
higher
to go back, and when we
purpose.
play New Game Plus,
But
I will
back
have
then,
to
I had yet to
I have
experience
to check that out.
the joy of cold steel cutting through
Yeah,
warm
that's
flesh.
true. It would
I
make
had no
her
idea how I could
her combat
save
section
these people
very
from the relentless
difficult.
misery of their existence.
Those of you who
You should
are
have stayed that way.
Really? Then I'll stop now.
unfamiliar with this,
Find
we are
another
currently
telephone,
trying to
Batman.
track Victor
Goodbye.
Zsasz, who was a brief opponent in the first game. I got you. Thanks again for the follow. We are up to 34. We are almost to that goal.
Batman spotted.
I'm very excited for Arkham City. Arkham City is my favorite of the Arkham games. I mean, that combat is just smooth as butter.
Batman is clear. All freaks are down.
All right, all right.
Camera down in Sector 1.
All right. So this is one of those that you're technically not supposed to be able to get now. Let's get queued up.
So, you thought you could circumvent my puzzle, did you?
Gotcha! There are a couple of those, and it's more like, for some of them, it's just like, how much do I care to show off? Because they can be a pain in the butt. Forgot that it was a Catwoman trophy on here. This is good. We'll, oh, I haven't unlocked Bane yet. That's alright. It's alright, alright. Infinite Gamer, thank you again for the follow. How are you this morning? This morning. He said unintentionally. Ooh, there we go. Yeah. I feel like playing this game. I'm like Stella. I've got my groove back. Get it? Alright. I understand if you need to leave after that.
I've got a camera out in Sector 1.
I gave a warning kind of last time that the way that I play through this game is less than linear. I like to take out kind of everything. Oh, and Zsasz is calling us again. Let's let's use the opportunity.
Answer my phone and answer it quick, Batman.
All right, Victor. So if I can get to a high enough point, get to that gargoyle there, we can, I haven't gone through the AR challenges, the advanced reality challenges, which, oops, pulled back too hard. The AR challenges, if you complete all of those, you get the grapnel boost. There we go, which is a cool prototype so that Batman can propel himself more quickly through the air. It's kind of how Batman will fly. It's really nice. It makes movement around Arkham City just so fluid and great. Cool, we got both of them.
You made it. I think I will continue my story. I feel the need to talk, to confess maybe. I was rich and alone, but not for long, of course. I took to gambling, or maybe it took to me. If only I had been good at it. I may not be where I am today. As my life spiraled out of control, I desperately formed a plan. A plan to win back my parents' money and be happy again. It didn't work, of course. Plans like that never do. But as I stood outside the Iceberg Lounge on that hot summer night, I remember feeling something. Hope, maybe.
He might be a sociopath, but he's a hell of a storyteller, too. Let me check. Oh, I got another. Cool. Yeah, this is great. The combo disarm and destroy. This is new for this game. It was not in Arkham Asylum. And it is a Batman exclusive, but it means that you can actually break any of the weapons that they're fighting against you with, which when we get to the challenge maps later, if any of you haven't heard me talk, part of my goal in joining Twitch is to 100% complete these games. By these games, I mean... Oh.
You were right. It's Batman.
The Arkham series. 3 there. Who's my last? Anybody else? There you are, buddy. You're just a little late. That's okay. I want to 100% complete these games, and that includes the DLC. Not the DLC, the challenge maps. I mean DLC as well. With this one, we'll go through Harley's Revenge. We'll try to get as many of the achievements as we can also. Yeah, there's a lot to these games, and by the time we get to, Arkham Knight... should do it. By the time we get to Arkham Knight, the game gets exceptionally padded down. But that's okay, because I'm an actor. And acting doesn't exist right now for most of us. Oh, I can get this guy too. So might as well fill my time playing the video games that I love. Oh, with friends and strangers on the internet. There we go.
I haven't eaten in days. Who's running this show?
Yeah, this is one of those games that I have to confess I have played a few times. So you don't quite get the chaos of Me having never played before. Oop, too early. Too early. There we go. 1. You don't have to do these in order. Not too bad.
All prisoners must surrender themselves for psychological profiling at regular stages.
We have Batman.
They will not be tormented.
Yeah. In a couple moments here, we'll do a quick check on what Riddler combat challenges we have yet to do. Oh, I don't have that yet. We're gonna meet Bane here in a moment, who, if you watched my playthrough on hard of Arkham Asylum, you know, he and I have some issues. Because he beat the crap out of me. Glide for 30 meters while maintaining. We'll get that in a second. We had unlocked the dive for 50 meters when we fell through the world. But I did not save. Smoke pellet. We could do that now, but I'm not going to worry about it.
That thing is scoop.
Batman, he's here!
Hey, no.
You were right! It is the Bat! You're gonna die here!
Ugh. Cool. I don't think Baby Bella's out there, but Baby Bella's hearing aid had broken. She was talking about how weird it is to play this game without, like, the sound of the crunching bone there at the end. It just made me realize how satisfying that is. Oh. Alright. Best friend Bane. Ah. Alright. Also, good morning, Crying Over Anime Boys. I had a good therapy session this morning.
Someone's ignited a distress flare on this rooftop. Either someone inside needs my help, or it's a trap.
Now I get to play games with friends. Which I'm going to admit, I need... I'd scheduled to play Arkham yesterday, but...
Surprised to see me, Batman?
A little.
Didn't seem right.
Last time I saw you, you were wrapped around the hood of my car.
You knew.
But I'm glad you're all here with me today.
I wasn't trying to. I'm in no mood for a fight. What are you doing here?
Dr. Young's Titan formula. The Payaso managed to send some off Arkham Island before you stopped him.
How much more did Joker manage to get off the island?
Too much. That is why I am here. I will not allow the basura of this city to abuse the Titan. Dr. Young used me to create it. It is my duty to destroy what remains.
I'll help you, but understand
noble.
this. If you try anything, I'm taking you down too. We find Titan containers, we destroy them. Deal?
Of course.
Batman Year One.
Each container has
It's a
a radio
great
beacon
graphic
built
novel.
in. There were 12 containers left in this city. We take 6 each, then we meet back here.
6
I feel
each?
like it would be a...
Fine. Today isn't a good day to lie to me, Bane. Remember that.
Remember that. It would be a good one to read right now. There's a lot of There's a lot of Batman, like, taking on corrupted officials and bad police officers. Jim Gordon facing off against some corrupt people. Take it for what it's worth. It started to make me nervous every time the load screens take a while. I know I'm missing stuff like balloons and whatnot. I can't get that one yet. Speaking of balloons. A lot of Riddler trophies in this game.
Not even close. Hurry the hell up.
And
Why? Joker wants me to make sure he's the one with all the food in here.
the side missions and whatnot. It's a lot to do.
You ever stop to think what's in those cans? No. Does it matter? Not if you like eating dumplings.
So doing it efficiently is, that's what I was trying to say. Doing it efficiently can be kind of a pain in the butt. And thankfully, at this point, I'm not worried about doing it efficiently. I'm worried about doing it all. You do, late in game, you get to unlock, very late game, you get to unlock something that tells you where all the security cameras are. Once we essentially we unlock the Riddler's side quest. Once we unlock that, we'll also meet the Riddler goons who will tell us where things are. Oops, that is not what I meant to do, but that's fun. Sure, take it out. Who cares? Take out that guy? Yeah, sure.
Keep eating, ladies. Shut up, man.
Ah.
I'm eating. What is this stuff anyway?
Yeah, the idea of Arkham City is a dark one.
That's right. See if you can cram a little more into your greedy mouths. You make me sick. Keep talking. We're the ones who won't starve to death. This
Great.
stuff tastes like something Croc eats.
Look out! Batman's here!
This is another game. Actually, all the Arkham games do it well. But if you listen to the people, the goons and the folks down on the ground, if you listen to them, no, Bane was originally from Santa Prisca. It was a Santa Prisca prison, which I can't remember which country it officially is from, but I think it was in like northern. Oh, I don't have my encyclopedia. Northern South America. I'll look up which country. That changed a little bit for the Tom Hardy movie. His interpretation, where he took on this like European. There's a boxer that he was kind of emulating the voice of. Again, it depends on the Bane that you want, but that's a little bit where his mask comes from. The luchador mask comes from that Central American prison. Oh, I don't have this yet. Hey now.
Crazy. They gotta feed us, right?
That's my catchphrase today. Hey now.
What's the policy today?
Oh.
Augmented reality training activated.
Don't worry. And so many of these characters have gone through so many changes.
Today, however, we shoot them. Yesterday, we took them in the
Where,
back room and burned off their skin.
like,
Really?
Augmented reality training.
Talia al Ghul has that sort of Eastern European feel, but exactly where she's from, I'm not entirely sure, which gets even more complicated with the 13524. Okay.
Sharp was the one in charge of Gotham. How come he gave it all to Professor Strange?
Nightfall Band. Oh. All right. Okay. I better pay attention. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Nightfall Band. I'll go back and I'll double check Nightfall because I think that's set up. It's been a while since I've read Nightfall, but I think that set it up. It's actually in the... shoot. I can't remember the order of the three. 4, 3, 1. Yeah. 4, 3, 1, 5.
Do not attempt to escape from this facility. High gun operatives will pacify
3, 5, 2, 1, 4. No, 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 no! Ah! Oops. That's okay. 1, 3, 5. 2, 4. That wasn't the right number. All right. 4, 3, 1, 5, 2. 3, 5, 2, 1, 4. 3. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. I don't own a ton of graphic novels currently. Like I own a good amount. But my local library has some really great ones. I just need to update my library card. I think it expired here in the pandemic. Local libraries, great sources for stuff like this. AR training. There we go. Yeah, the local library had the compendiums of Gotham PD, which was really cool. It's a look at the police department functioning in a world of Batman and supervillains.
Augmented reality training complete.
Some messed up stuff that happens in there. But, yeah, I highly recommend it.
Man, it's cold in here.
Tell me about it. Do you remember winters being like this? You know,
Hey now, come on. There it is again. I said, hey now again. Drink.
Me, I blame freaks like Freeze. I heard he likes it cold. Figure he's the one cooling the planet. No
Don't worry, Ashley, if you are out there. We hear the Joker's voice, but we do not see him
augmented
yet.
reality training activated.
As far as games go, this one... I'm not sure which has less Joker, this one
Augmented
or
reality training
Origins.
complete.
Can't get warm.
Stop complaining.
We'll get through these AR challenges, and then we might just knock out the side ones, because they can be kind of a pain in the butt.
It's more dangerous every day.
Why not face the more difficult challenges first?
Augmented reality training complete.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
I see you have called in the Bat-Moan.
Yeah.
Did I forget to pack something?
No, Alfred. I think I need
I'm
the
with ya.
grapnel boost.
But Mr. Fox told you it's not yet ready for field deployment.
It's still in the prototype stage.
I've done enough training. I'm ready.
Let's see. It's already landed. I don't need to see. I know. Yeah, there are a couple of... I remember that being the first time that I played through this. A couple of the AR challenges were just unbelievably difficult for me to grasp. This one is still a pain in the butt. I still occasionally will mess it up. I'm saying that ahead of time, just in case I don't get it first go. But with this one, we should get a Riddler trophy. Waiting for it. There it is. Yep. Great, great, great. Yeah, so if you double tap the A button, you will propel yourself through the air. Then you can dive. Let's see if I can get this too. Not quite lined up, but we got it. Let's go ahead and level up. Oop. Backlot Disarm is a good one to have. At this point, I mean, it doesn't super matter. I'm gonna get a lot of them pretty much right away anyway. Yeah, we're gonna be going up against some people with guns. Might as well get to take those guns away. Yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. Must have been a lie.
Batman, he's here.
I had a Batman thought yesterday. So I had posted something on Facebook that some people disagreed with, but the way that they disagreed was not the most helpful, I guess is how I'll put it.
He's not one of us, is he? Augmented reality.
So they commented on my page, and I tried to. I mean, I tried to remain. Oh, I messed it up. I tried to remain somewhat polite.
Reality training complete.
It was ugly, but I got there. Yeah, just trying to end the conversation without perhaps yielding any ground and clarifying where my point was coming from in a somewhat sarcastic way. But then some of my friends and colleagues made some comments as well, and I was happy with their comments. I agreed with their comments, and the moment in Batman Begins, where Batman is on the train with Ra's al Ghul, and he's like, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. Kept going through my head. Oops. Just being like, yeah, I'm not going to be the one to take you down on social media.
I don't think so.
But I'm also not going to help you if somebody else does. So I kept thinking about that scene yesterday. It made me laugh. Ah, oh, David. We'll take our time. No need to rush. This is not a speed run. What day is it? Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Unfortunately, that is not an uncommon thing for me not to know what day it is.
Escape. That's bullcrap. There has to be a door out. Back here.
Hooah! Sure. So, for those of you again who haven't played this game before, oh, I triggered them, so they are not. That's great. Maybe we won't have to do a combat.
This Titan
at
container
all.
is well protected. The only way to destroy it.
So when we
gel.
when we connected with Bane just a little bit ago, he was saying that Titan has made its way into Arkham City. Titan being the main component, the main story component from Arkham. Just want to check, see if any of them are triggered over here. Nope. The main story component from Arkham Asylum. We have set out, there are 12 containers here in Arkham City, and we have decided to take them all out. Me 6, Bane 6. And that was the first container of Titan.
We've lost a camera in Sector 1. Batman!
I can technically take this one out if I do this right. Okay. Yeah, this is one you can save for later and take it out with the line launcher. That's a little bit easier. Let's see, is he there? I don't think he is. Nope, there will be a body there later. Yeah. That's a cool moment. Yeah, like, I want us to feel
He's too chicken to face me.
to feel free that we can talk here. I do want to keep this lighter. This is, you know, Batman escapism. But yeah, what a difficult moment. Which is an oversimplification to the extreme. It's hard to put into words while playing a video game. Pressing the wrong buttons left and right.
Camera down in Sector 1. We have Batman in sight.
Sweet.
I've got a camera out in Sector 1.
So many Riddler trophies. That was, that's always been one of the things that I hear from people. I think I've said this before. I'll probably repeat myself a lot in these streams. But one of the things that I've heard from people is like, oh, I wanted to 100% those games, but I just couldn't do the Riddler trophies. Which I definitely understand. But, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's a lot. It's hard. And also just the beginning. Hey.
Free drinks in the Iceberg Lounge. What? We've got to kill each other? I don't mind.
But no.
Well, screw you. No way am I doing that. Not a problem.
Yes. Wait, the cape thing? Oh, the stun? So the cape stun started in Asylum. You had the cape stun attack. It functioned very differently. In this game, it allows for more combo opportunities. In Arkham Asylum, it was just kind of disperse people, and then it became a one-hit. But in this, being able to cape stun somebody... Ooh, that's fine. Being able to cape stun somebody and then do the beatdown is new. The cape stun also becomes a way to take down the Titans, which is nice. Because in the first game, we didn't have much against them. The cameras are the Joker teeth of this particular game, where if I miss one, I get mad.
Batman! It's Batman!
Yeah, I am.
It's him! Kill him!
Sweet. Yeah, it's really effective.
Camera down in Sector 1.
It's a good way to help control the map in some of these bigger combats. I'm sure I will tell this story again when we get there, but one of my favorite Batman memories is actually something that I don't remember. Because one of my favorite ways to challenge myself is to do a run of something like Arkham City without leveling up. No Batsuit upgrades, no combat upgrades, things like that. So, in doing that, there are certain things that are a major challenge. And in the late game of Arkham City, there is a particular combat challenge where you fight kind of everybody. I think I forgot the thing on this. Yeah. You fight most of the types of enemies that you can. And one night I had overindulged a bit with looking for political prisoners now too. I overindulged a little bit on alcohol. Found myself very inebriated, and I got to that particular fight. I was like, that was on hard mode too. I said, this fight is going to kick my, this is going to kick my ass. I am not looking forward to this fight. And then I woke up the next morning and started playing Batman again, and was delighted to find that I was at the cutscene right after it. So, I don't know if alcohol made me better as Batman, but I definitely beat the combat challenge that I assumed to be the hardest. This Riddler trophy, the first time I played through it, gave me issue because I did not realize that you can isolate which gel you explode. It's something that they teach you in Arkham Asylum. It's something that you can do in Arkham Asylum. But I hadn't played Arkham Asylum in a very long time, so I had forgotten. Now I don't forget. Really want to thank everybody who is watching today. I hope it's bringing a little bit of bat joy, as we could all use a little bit of happiness right now. Yeah, and this is kind of what happens to me. I get to the opposite side of the map because of some side mission. Because of some side mission. It's like, you know what? I'll get a bunch of Riddler trophies while I'm over here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, doing that with the remote batarang would be maddening. Okay, climb down. Climb down. And I drop down. Wait, why won't you grab that? Come on, man. I don't want to have to fly into you again. Oh, I love the moments where it's just like, this is not the hard part of this game. What am I doing? There. Am I right? I'm feeling like maybe the door fell down, but the hitbox didn't? Or the barrier? Let's try to fly into it again. See if that'll help. There we go. Okay. Weird. I'm super worried ever since I glitched out the other day.
Got put in Arkham City. I'd like to get 5 minutes with that rich son of a bitch.
Yeah. And I'm missing some, but I'll be back this way in a bit. I do want to... Huh. Prisoner. Great. Oop. Combat challenges. It's all those great smoke pellet to disorient. Yep. Grapnel boost takedown. Okay, great. And fully boosted remote batarang into a thug. Sweet. Knockout smashes we'll get to later. Disarm an enemy. We got one of those. Cool. Where was... So, the Assault in Progress, this is one of the side missions that is most frustrating because, so far as I can tell, it's mostly random. Not where they are, but when they are.
When people lie to me. I'm not. Please, don't hurt me. Why don't I believe you, huh? Oh, that's right. You're just some maggot who will say anything to get out of a beating. But what do I need to break before you do what I want?
You don't. Please, I'll do it.
Didn't doubt it for...
Get a knockout smash. That gets us 1 of 3 or 1 of 5. So you're saving political prisoners. They will occasionally pop up on your map. Oh, that's what I was looking up. Oh, there's another one. Great. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, they will occasionally pop up on your map, just as those little pulsating... I don't know, are they hexagons? So if you keep your eye out for them on your map...
Little pieces of crap like you. Look at you, all scared and crying. It's embarrassing.
Please.
Can't get that till later. Let's just quick check the map, see if anybody else loaded. Nope. Great. And we got 3 of the 4 AR challenges, which is nice.
Never been there. What am I, a freaking tourist?
Yeah, I forgot how much of this game you can achieve before you get to, like, the Riddler kickoff and you meet the Joker for the first time in this game. It just helps to, it helps to get some XP, get some upgrades. Hey, man! Hi, Dustin. Bat-Moan is at it again.
Hell, I'll even give Bloodhaven a shot. Anywhere but here.
Oh, that was, I can't do that one yet. That was one of those moments playing this game the first time of being like, holy crap, they just mentioned Bloodhaven. I can't believe we get a Gotham City, or we get an Arkham game that's in the universe of Batman. It's not just a Batman game, but it's in the Batman universe. If you don't know, Bloodhaven is where Dick Grayson went as Nightwing. He's a member of the police department over there. And he's also Nightwing. Oh, that was a good one. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah.
We've lost a camera in Sector 4.
What a great game.
Camera out in Sector 4.
Definitely, if you enjoy the story, if you enjoy like superhero stories or these action adventure games, play Arkham Asylum. But if you can only choose one Batman game, I think this is the one to choose. Night is a little overwhelming. Origins is, to me, Arkham City light. Double counter. Like it oh, press the wrong button. It feels like really extended DLC. But Arkham City, I feel like the Batman playing this game. Like, yeah, there are dozens of villains at any given time who all want to murder me and who all want my attention. And I gotta kind of figure out how to take care of them all.
Camera down in Sector 4.
Ha ha ha. Balloons? Glide boost attack, or what was the other? Free flow power gadgets is great. I just don't use it as much. The free flow is nice in this game. I'm not entirely sure why they got rid of it for the other game. For Night. I don't know if it's that the visual is a little disorienting for people, because it does get that hazy effect. Yeah. But regardless, or irregardless, as was said on the Congress floor yesterday. I know it's technically a word.
Here at Yoga Enterprises, I don't take the best. In fact, looking at some of these photos,
it's like the fact that the word literally means figuratively now. I know that's what the dictionary says. I am the same. I refuse to accept it. Why? Why is it a word?
She was dragged out of an ice cream by dog. Those two? Did they, well, I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Thanks a change. Remember that crap those two got up to outside this place?
I'll have to do it again. Tis fine.
That's going to serial murdering cannibal.
Okay. Come on, David. Do your job. I just wanted you all to get the chance to hear the dialogue between those Joker goons talking about the doctor who we are going to save. Okay. Yeah. I like that. Also, I mean, language evolves, and there's a conversation that I don't know enough about to fully discuss it, but this idea of like the racial aspect of like language control makes things even more complicated. Again, I don't know enough about the discussion going on to comment enough. But yeah, language is a fascinating thing. And we should respect it.
This place from back before they built a
There's
wall
one.
around it. Sucked in too.
I've got a camera out in Sector 4.
Alright, we got most of them now.
And listen carefully. As you know, Mr. J is... He's not himself. And the last thing he needs is any so-called superhero coming in here and stopping his recuperation. That's where you come in, morons. You need to protect the steel mill. Protect it with your life. Because if you fail, I'll make sure your miserable lives don't mean zip. You get it? Good.
Eagle-eared listeners will know that that is not the same Harley Quinn voice from Arkham Asylum. That is Tara Strong, one of the most prolific voice actors of our generation. First experienced Tara Strong as Bubbles. Good old Bubbles. Yeah, she is wonderful. She's been in kind of everything. Started her Batman career as Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. Moved on, has done Raven in the DC universe.
We've lost the camera in Sector 4.
Yeah, just kind of all over the place, and she is just fantastic. One of those really like fun human beings. Listening to her on podcasts and interviews with her, she has such a lovely disposition. She loves what she does. And she goes in and out of these voices so easily. Yeah, first time. Oh, you are my lucky charm, viewers. Because I usually mess up that one. I'm trying to think of where everything is, because I want to get it all. I have missed a couple in this area already that I for sure can go back for.
When I was a kid, life hasn't really changed much.
There's a camera there.
Camera down in Sector 4.
Damn smokes.
Anybody who plays video games a lot out there, anybody else get depressed when you're like, you know what?
I don't see anyone else here.
Oh.
You're the one who didn't do what he was told to do.
There he is. Ever like the amount of pointless video game knowledge that I have. What else could I know right now? Like, could I speak a different language if I put this much time and energy? Oh, Tara Strong is just great. Yeah, on occasion, I was playing this board game. It's called Eldritch Horror. It's one of my favorite board games. It's set in the H.P. Lovecraft mythology. This guy pressed me. Boom. I messed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Ah! Now you get to see me just falling apart. Ah, I messed it up again. I keep rushing. I'm gonna get this. What? Oh, I messed up the last one.
I'll just kill myself right
2,
here.
3. Ah, come on! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop it!
Poison ivy. Huh. Ain't seen that crazy chick since back at the asylum.
Drive me bonkers, Batman.
Welcome, inmates. You are now taking your first tentative steps towards a better world. A world of fun, mischief, and best of all, a world where the only person you need to answer to is yours truly.
Come on! I felt it. I felt myself.
Batman, come here. Ain't we already locked up?
Oy vey. What? It's the same tempo as his running?
Looney's trying to break out.
I've been playing this game forever. I had no idea. Oh, that is delightful. Thank you all. The next time that I play through this,
I'm gonna crack open a crate and drink the Titan myself.
I've got a camera out in Sector 4.
Get all big. Batman kicked your ass and you rot to death in a prison
oh,
cell.
that's delightful.
You're a funny guy.
Oh no! Oh
When
no!
you drink the Titan, we'll take the guard and swing guard, okay?
What am I doing? Do I need any combat challenges? What are you? Ooh, I think I can do that with these folks here. Oh. Oh, that made me so happy. That made me just riddled with laughter. Let's see. Can I focus on it?
You know what you're getting yourself into. I can promise you.
Gonna keep throwing.
It's the freaking bat!
Oh, that is so funny. And I've always thought that one is weird. I've always felt that one is a little weird. Just because the timing of, like, the beat just feels strange. Oh, that is so like me to take a simple problem and make it that much more complicated. Goodness gracious, I love it so much. I'm a better person knowing you all. Oh no.
Charge of Gotham. How come he gave it all to Professor Strange?
I've got a camera out in Sector 4.
Oh, delightful. Just delightful.
You're gonna die, bat freak!
Ouch. Oops. Fighting on a staircase. There we go. Oh, I already took it out. Now, typically, you come in here super late game. About the time we figure out what Protocol 10 is. Oh, please, please, please don't. Okay, good. But if you come in here early, you can take out a Titan container. You can get a Riddler trophy. And that just means that we'll be able to finish Bane a lot earlier. Can't take out the Harley thing, but that's okay. Yeah, exactly. Batman needs a challenge to stay sharp. That's it. Great. Oh, man. Yeah. Depends on the day, really. Some days I feel like I'm a dumb, smart person. And some days I feel like I'm a dumb, smart person. And then other days, I was just like, no, I'm just an idiot. Which is great. Hey, pull up, pull up. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I mean, other than the stuff that I play stupid, like not running, I feel like this is going pretty well today. Not, especially considering that we started Arkham City with a day full of, did I already get this one? Oh, alright. Game-breaking glitches. Where I'll come out later. Ah!
He's over here.
Neat.
I don't take the best. In fact, in some of these photos, I'm not even sure I take the worst.
How many? Let's just look it up really fast. I wonder how many cameras I'm missing. Just a couple in each section. Oh, the Bowery hasn't technically unlocked yet, I don't think. This CCTV right here, this closed caption television. Thanks.
Augmented reality training activated.
Like I said, this is my favorite one. And although it's a little long to play through in one go.
Augmented reality training complete.
The fact that we went 4 for 4 for augmented reality, that's on all of you. I am that, yeah, thank you. I am chalking that up to you all being my good luck charm. Because although like I said, I'm pretty decent at this game, I usually mess up at least one of them. Now we're just getting to the point where we decide if we want to end up going into the just go into the steel mill and get a couple upgrades. Ouch. Yeah. There are a couple more Riddler trophies up here. Ashley, if you are watching, which I don't think you are, because it is a stressful day and the last thing that you need is more stress. But if you are watching, we're not quite to the Joker yet, but he is coming up. This was another, I think it's this one, that I used to do the hard way. Which was to fly a remote control Batarang. Trying desperately to steer it around all of this crap. Hitting the oops. Hitting the trigger. Oh boy. Well, we'll let that calm down a little bit. Yeah, but usually I would fly remote control Batarang all the way around to this stuff.
Found him.
I think we're gonna take this guy out because he shot me. And there is a difference between justice and revenge, but some days I just want to make the guy fall asleep. I don't know. I don't know why I said that way. Alright, this one in here. Oh, it's a Catwoman trophy anyway. Yeah, one of the abilities that you unlock is being able to scan trophies for later. Things that, like, I don't have the ability to unlock or to collect them right now. Oh, I did miss one. That is super easy to get, and it's right here. And I wish you started with that. It's not the end of the world.
I know some of you may feel a little uncomfortable at the idea of having a giant Russian mercenary perform a full cavity search.
Alfred, I need to find a route into the Sionis steel mill. Why didn't I think of that?
It was obviously too easy.
Listening to the Joker talk about full body cavity searches.
John, the only way in would be... No, it's suicide.
The main chimney. Okay then.
Let's go. About an hour 15 in. Played about an hour last time. I'm not as concerned about pacing with this game because it's such a great story. Ashley, like I said, we are in the Joker's lair, but we are not going to see the Joker for a little while. And even then, when we do see the Joker, it'll just be momentary. So I'll try to let you know. If you've never played this game, I'm going to try not to spoil stuff ahead of time, but I am going to point out some stuff to, like, listen for that you might not have heard before. I don't know a lot about game programming. Very little, in fact. But it does make me wonder if part of the reason they put that in is to give more time for the steel mill to load. Because that always felt like it makes sense narratively. Like, of course you have to cool it down a little bit because you'll die, Batman. It also felt a little long. It's a pain to forget this trophy. Excuse me. Got it!
Yeah, Joker wants you to think he's sick. Then wham! Gotcha!
I don't know, man.
I promised you some entertainment, right, boys?
Please, I did my best.
Well, you should have tried harder.
Oh, God!
Failed, Mr. J. You know what that means. I think we can do better than that. Get in here, Mr.
Mr.
Hammer.
Hammer.
Mr. J.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Help me!
Stop! Change of plan. Take her to the smelting chamber. Mr. J wants this one to suffer a little longer.
You're coming with us,
Okay.
Doc.
The rest of you idiots, get out of here. You know what you've got to do. Go get
The Abramovich twins, if I'm not mistaken, were created for this game, and what a cool,
screwing over Mr. J. I need him
what a
back
cool
here
set
like
of characters. I'm gonna check, because I think I can do the counters in this one. I can at least get 2 of the 3. Counter and energy, yeah. We won't worry about that one right now. We won't worry about that one. Inverted takedown we'll get in the smelting room. We can disarm people in the smelting room. And smoke pellet to disorient. We can do that in the smelting room too. For now.
We'll kill you, freak!
Ah, come on. I didn't want to take him out.
What are you gonna do, Batman?
Worth it. Oops, a little early on the counter there. Just an opportunity, but that's okay.
What the hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead! Well, there's no way you're getting to Mr. J. We're safe and sound up here. You can just stay down there and burn!
So
Alfred, Joker's holed up.
I don't
in the
need to tell you
manager's
this, but
office in the steel mill.
I'm sure you'll find a way.
I haven't shaved
Of
since
course I
Halloween. I've trimmed.
Some of his goons dragged the
but I
doctor
haven't
away.
like
I'm
actually
going to
shaved
find
the
her
beard.
first, then deal with Joker.
And I like the point where my beard is getting to, but it's also if you've never had a beard before, either you weren't brave enough to grow one or you could not. It gets to a point where it gets in the food and all of your beverages. And I have gotten there. Read the Joker Harley dialogue if you can. Oh, I missed it. I was talking about my beard. There's a hint about future stuff because, like I said before, Paul Dini wrote this one. Paul Dini is an incredible writer, particularly when it comes to Batman.
You scared of the big bad bat? No!
Not scared exactly, but, well, he broke 3 of my ribs back at the asylum and my arm 6 months ago.
Better make sure he don't come too close then.
Easier said than done, man. You've never seen
Hi, Joey Wheeler.
And when I do, I'm gonna teach him not to mess
I think I prefer City to Night.
About a boyfriend?
In part because Night is so big. Yeah, it feels it's a little more, I'm not gonna say padded, because that's the wrong word. Overly complex, particularly when it comes to the Batmobile stuff. I didn't hate the Batmobile, I just also didn't love the Batmobile. Especially that became the Riddler's thing. No, the Riddler. The Riddler's the Riddler. And I know you get to do all the Riddler stuff. Yeah, so like, it is the most minute reasons that I prefer City to Night. I mean, I'm currently playing Skyrim on here as well, but I don't need a... Oops. I forgot. I don't need a game to be open world in order to like the game. Yeah, so many tank missions. Yeah, and I'll say, like, again, I didn't hate the Batmobile. It was just more than I needed it to be.
Anyone else wants a patient, come and see me.
Who's screaming?
What?
He's here. Don't let him get in.
Just do this.
There you go. Get over here. I found Batman. I hear it.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was taking. I got distracted by the Predator challenge. Is this the first Predator challenge of the game? I think it might be. And again, Ashley, if you are here, which I'm so thankful that you are, and it's totally okay if you're not. If you are here, we are in the Joker territory, but we are not going to see the Joker yet. Can I get any more of these Predator missions out? I could disclaw him with the bat arm. Uh-oh. Are you aware of me? Do you know that I'm here? No? I feel like you should. You're not very good at this, dude. And we're gonna use this.
Over here!
Sweet.
How do you think poor Mr. J is gonna get better if you idiots fail to stop the rodents?
Yeah, such a good point.
Please get me out of this thing.
Can you stand?
I
Give me a second.
totally understand the
What's wrong with
mechanic
these
of the
people?
detective
That
vision,
crazy woman thinks I can fix the Joker.
especially in terms of the Batman mythology.
Blood. Some kind of toxin. It's killing
But the fact that like these games are beautiful, like wonderfully rendered most of the time, especially in a lot of these remakes. But the fact that you're like forced to stay in it, or at least encouraged to stay in it, if not actually forced.
How does she know what we're saying?
Just like, oh,
Get that door sealed up nice and tight,
I want this
boys.
to, I want to be able to look at this, but also
At least they won't be getting
I need to know what's going
We're
on.
safe, right?
What was it? The new Spider-Man game, which kind of has its own detective vision.
What the hell are you doing?
I need to get out
I
of
thought
here.
was a pretty good balance.
Someone needs to
Although
stop
with
Joker.
Batman, you need to be aware more. Yeah, it is. It's a struggle.
You'll be safe.
You sure?
If you hear anyone coming, hide. I'll be back.
All right. Don't hides it. Go in here. Again, there's a riddle right there that we can't yet get, but that's okay. We'll be back for it later. We can get a couple of these, though. Just get some of that XP out of the way. So, Joey, is night your favorite? Do you prefer night to city?
Quinn slowed me down. I need to get back after Joker.
Again, Ashley, if you are out there, we are not yet to the Joker yet. I will let you know as soon as it happens. Also, if you were one of those people, if you've got a phobia or something that makes you uncomfortable, and I can attempt to let you know if something like that is coming up, please let me know. I would hate for you to miss out on the chaos that I am, just because there's something that we might encounter. Dated a girl in college who was unbelievably frightened by snakes.
It's the only route to Joker.
I don't know what snake phobia is. I like to look up stuff like that. If you're in the chat, well, I'm glad you could check it out. I feel like a lot of the good stuff from in Arkham Knight originated with Arkham City. And definitely they built upon it, which was great. If you're in the chat and feel like looking up what a phobia of snakes is, if not, I will attempt to look it up later. Let's see if I can knock this out in one.
The door's welded shut, and he's just some freak in a costume.
I shoot him.
Batman, he's here!
And then I shoot him again. There we go. Ah, shoot. I had an opportunity. Let's see if he'll do it again. Will you pick it up again? Yeah. There we go. And that's another Riddler challenge. Taken care of. Dustin, thanks for coming through for me. Let's see. Ophidiophobia. The fear of snakes. Thank you, thank you. I love looking up stuff. Learning is great. Can't get that one yet, but I can get this one.
Will commence in 9 hours.
Joey Wheeler coming through for me too. Thank you, thank you. I love this community of gamers. And, you know, obviously we have our bad eggs too. But yeah, just seeing people coming through, supporting each other, playing these games. I'm excited to be more integrated into this community. I'm doing it through Batman first and foremost. Dustin Joey Hype Squad? Yeah, I'm doing it through Batman first and foremost, but I have so many games that I enjoy playing. And seeing other people play those games too. Who knows, maybe it'll happen tonight. No, she's got something going on. But my friend Monica, who those of you who know me in real life know.
What did you build? Tell me!
Get back in here! I think I'm dying.
Cool cat.
Now see what you've done.
Yeah, but those of you who know Monica, I just downloaded the game. It's on gold right now. Little Nightmares. I was drawn in by the aesthetic, She is in my quarantine bubble. I've got 2 people in my quarantine bubble. We all live in the same building, Monica and Kim and I. But I showed her a trailer for it of like, I'm excited to play this game. She was like, I would love to be around for that. So I think we might do a... Like, I might just have her on camera and figure out a way to put her on mic. Yeah, mannequins. Yeah, I could get that. So is it just mannequins, or do you also have, is it like any inanimate anthropomorphic being?
Oh, you mean a Brahma? Yeah, he's one mean son of a bitch.
Guy's freaking huge.
Dustin, Joey, if you're looking for something to do, if you want to look up the phobia of mannequins, and also really fast, I'm gonna give a quick Joker warning. Just mannequins, cool. Because as soon as we go up, oh, you know what? Take a moment. I forgot something. All right. Let's see if we can do this.
B-Man. Meet Mr.
You can get some pretty
He's
high,
gonna teach you some manners.
pretty high combos against these guys.
You're gonna die tonight.
I say these guys because he has a brother.
To make sure you hit him hard this
Not a good start.
I will crush every bone in your body.
I'm playing this wrong, but it's okay.
Hold still while I pound your face into the dirt.
What's great is he kind of takes care of everybody else. You just keep jumping over his head. And with very little effort, I got myself a 50 combo there. I'm not gonna complain about that. Automatonophobia. Oh, that makes sense. Automatonophobia. All right, now the Joker warning. Now the Joker warning is officially in play. And for those of you who have never played this game before, oh, I'm sorry. I just checked my display. Internet's struggling a little bit today, I think. All right.
You!
Get out of my way, Quinn.
Leave us alone, B-Man! Just leave me with him.
I said move!
This is all your fault! You've hounded him for years, beat him to a pulp, and for what? Why are you so mean?
Surprise!
Thank you, Dustin, for backing up the Joker warning.
The old fake Joker gang, Batman.
Batter up!
Crazy outfit. I do prefer Quinn's original, which we got to see in Suicide Squad for a moment, I think.
The detective will be busy with the Joker for a while. Good. Gives this kitten some time to play. So what next? Help tall, brooding, and handsome? Or help myself do all the loot Professor Strange has locked up in that vault of his? I know. Difficult choice, right? What will it be?
All right, we're going to spend some time as Selina Kyle.
As a penguin for some
Selina Kyle handles very differently than Batman. Her combat is a little bit faster. Her hits are a little less impactful. And so it makes her combat.
I need to get my kit from my apartment.
I mean, it makes her
No
character
way I
feel
can face
different,
Ivy without my things.
which is cool.
Naked without them.
One of those male gaze things about Catwoman.
There's some kind of fight going on over there.
Is that when she slides, instead of baseball sliding, like good old Batman, she slides on her knees, showing us a great view down here. I somewhat excuse it because, I mean, part of her character, part of her strength is owning her sexuality and manipulating men, but also we can do better.
These guys are still out there. I don't. Jeez.
Back to him. Oh, wait. There it is. Since I opened this up earlier, I can go in as Catwoman. We've almost got Catwoman's stuff unlocked, because she has a couple of her own Riddler combat challenges, which I should look up what those are. 2 of them I can't unlock yet because I don't have the equipment. 1 single climb with 8 separate leaps. Form a pounce attack, that's easy peasy. Whip attack, great. See, can I pounce you from here? No, so we will. Hey, watch your language, dude. Pounce attack. Yeah. So Catwoman feels, oops, that's the wrong button. Catwoman feels just very fast. Not chaotic necessarily. Also, her whip attack, her Y attack takes them down, unlike Batman's, which disarms. Catwoman. Yeah, if you've got a fear of cats or felinophobia, that's my guess. Now's the time to look awake. I don't think we can do all 8 on this one.
All prisoners must
we can.
surrender themselves for psychological
Great.
profiling at regular stages. Refusal will not be tolerated.
There's a vault around here somewhere. Stuffed full of cash.
I'm trying to remember where some of these Catwoman trophies are. Oh, hello. The post-game Catwoman to me is some of the more frustrating because it's just a collect-a-thon. Oh, I didn't blow it up. Oh well. I'll remember for next time.
Catwoman?
Jinx. Bobby Durst.
Catwoman's here!
Yeah, well, once we get to the challenge maps, which we'll get to after the first playthrough of the story, we will have to do the New Game Plus. We get to do the New Game Plus. We'll start the challenge maps, and there are a lot of challenge maps. In this game, there are 2 sets, if you haven't played it. If you have played it, this explanation is not for you. This is for everybody else. There are 4 different characters that you can play in this game. You play as Batman, Nightwing, Robin, and Catwoman. And each character has her own, his or her own, their own.
How does he know?
How am I supposed to?
Challenges.
I don't question the boss. You shouldn't either.
So we will be trying to get through all of them. I've completed them as Batman. Haven't really tried them as any of the other characters, which will be fun. It's a lot. There's more for night. Which the only thing that I probably won't do for night is do every one of the driving courses with a different car. is that? That's a lot.
Okay, Selena. Time to find Ivy. Let's hope she's forgiven me. Yeah. Of course she has.
Ashley, if you are still out there, the Joker warning is expired. I'll let you know, because we will get a little more visual on Joker. Looking less than stellar. Where? Oh, where is the trophy? There we go. Great. And I think with this, we got all of Catwoman's. Yes. So Catwoman also has 2 separate combos, and one of the trophies is to use both of them in a single combat. So A, B, and then what is it? AX. Great. We'll get a combat right here. Snyder's brutal Batman. Are you talking about the skin? Or are you talking about in the comic? Because absolutely. Oh, wrong one. I am a little behind as far as the comics go. A little bit behind. I am majorly behind. Not that I ever quite caught up. Come on, Catwoman.
I'll make you.
Selena. We might not do them both this time. Unless I can use this to build up a combo. Then we use that. Sweet. Oh! Wrong Snyder. Sure. Oh, yeah. It's very... It was hard to watch at times. Yep. I'm following now.
Well, what do we have here?
Yeah, because it is very brutal.
Plants, check. Mindless hypnotized henchmen, check. The oh-so-subtle odor of rotting pumpkins.
Talking, Selena. I'm trying to think.
Looks like I found the entrance to Ivy's
But it's
lair.
reminiscent of the Batman of like Dark Knight Returns, where it's just it's a Batman who who's kind of seen it all. He has lost. I didn't love the killing in it because that is such a quintessential, like, Batman doesn't do that.
What the?
That's just a line that he doesn't cross. So, like, the fact that we saw Bat murder, didn't love, but yeah. What are your feelings on the Snyder cut? Getting to see Justice League through a whole other lens. Yeah, I'm a fan. It's cool to see.
Hello, Ivy.
So this is a preemptive Joker warning. Not here yet, but once we do get to the next cinematic with Poison Ivy, not this one, we're going to go through 3 different tiers of battle.
You killed them all. They were just flowers, Ivy.
Then we'll have another Joker warning. Just a preemptive. If you have a fear of plants, I'd go away for a little bit.
Red? Can't we just... Oh, for the love of... Hey, Pammy, here's an idea. If you want a boyfriend,
I don't think it's because I have been talking about Poison Ivy. Who knows, though? Oh, the wrong one.
I've spent weeks.
How do I throw the bullet? There we go.
That will destroy your pathetic meat sack.
You done, Red?
Yeah, I'm with you. Sorry for the pause mid-combat. I do just want to check. Caltrops, yep. Oh, in one combo flow. Okay, we'll get that this time. And the pounce attack, we'll just wait for later, because I forgot about it.
You can't outrun nature, Selena. My spores will fill your lungs and kill you from within.
Let's build up that combo. Ah, let's ruin that combo. What?
A billion microwaves.
There we go, we got that one.
Enter your bloodstream. Spores will grow.
Keep trying to use the Caltrop.
And when I'm done, your flesh will be replaced with bark.
Loving it.
Are we done yet, Ivy?
We should be able to get that one final.
Do you really think you can beat Mother Nature?
Ouch. What am I doing? Oh, it's because I'm out of them. Getting greedy, y'all. Yeah, I remember, so the first time I played through this, I did not have the Catwoman DLC, because before all these remakes, she was DLC. Oh, do not die, Catwoman. I remember thinking it very strange that Poison Ivy was not a villain in this particular game, just because she was so important in
Look, Red, I
Asylum.
just need your
This
help.
is a Joker warning.
Not again.
Special thank you to everybody who's joining me here today. This might be the highest number I've ever had. At 11, that's my fave number. Joker warning. Yeah, if this is your first time joining me, to let you know, I am David Moan.
And I want to know who he is, sweetie.
I hit
No
15,
one's who you
sweet.
think they are, my dear. Why spoil the fun? It was all a lie. There's nothing wrong with you.
I gotta start paying attention.
But you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me. Take my blood, for example. I wish somebody would. This stuff is killing
Such a
me.
good joke.
Why should I care?
Such a good joke.
Because now there's a teeny little bit of me in you too. That's...
We're playing through the Arkham series to 100%.
Don't
There are a
tell
couple
me
of
it's
things
not
that
what you've always wanted.
I'm nervous about.
Look, we're running out of time. I need your help. I nearly had a cure. It was so close, and then it was taken from me.
So we both die. I'm fine with that.
Are you? Imagine sucking down that last breath knowing that Gotham is doing the same.
What are you talking about?
If you want to join us for
didn't
the
I say?
for the Batman
I spent
run,
weeks shipping samples of my blood to emergency rooms all over
free
the
to
city.
follow. I
So
tend
that's
to follow
Protocol
that.
10. Poison Gotham. I expected more.
Protocol 10? Never heard of it. Hold tight.
Oh, we have talked about that on this channel. I think Willem Dafoe would be an incredible Joker. Particularly if they continue on. I mean, there were all those announcements. So many DC movies. What is it? From 2022 on, they want to release like 6 major things a year.
What do you want?
Oh, Bat,
Yeah, I feel like if we were to do an old man Bruce Wayne or a Batman Beyond, where the Joker has somehow survived, or if they do live action Batman or Dark Knight Returns, Willem Dafoe would be so great. That's our
Alfred,
that's our
Joker's
final Joker
poisoned
warning
me.
for a while.
He may have poisoned Gotham too. Mr. Freeze has the only cure.
What are you waiting for, then? He's in Arkham City. Find him.
If only it was that simple.
Yeah, I know they
He'll be somewhere
I know
cold.
they're bringing
He needs
Keaton
to be
back
kept at
for
sub-zero temperatures to survive.
Flashpoint.
I don't wish to worry you, but it is the middle of winter out there.
It just makes me wonder how much of it is just going to be multiverse stuff, and yeah, it would be so cool to have Michael Keaton come back to do a series of movies. Yeah, he was so good. So if you remember, when we came out of the police station, smoke appeared, and so did somebody watching us. And when you come out of the steel mill, it's following you again. Azrael.
Are you the one the prophecy spoke of?
So great. I'm not gonna rest until we get a Batman Zurinar movie. Which I'm kind of kidding about, but also would be awesome. Let's see, now that I'm out of there. Ooh. It's fun to knock Zaz out as quickly as we can. We won't be able to officially do it until we get the line launcher.
It's the Bat.
Why, yes I am.
Chicken to fight me like a man, Batman. Figures. We all
Tummy
know
is
you
rumbling.
right.
Yeah, I've talked about doing some speed running. I feel like this will be the game that I do it for. It'd be cool. Yeah, and as far as combat goes, maximizing that particular upgrade is key, I would feel. Huh. Well, civil rights improvement. First and foremost, welcome.
It's me. Run, 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 or the
I don't have a strong I don't have a super strong opinion on it. The idea of it's cool.
Freeze's lab must be this
chaotic entity,
definitely heading toward the coldest point.
Especially, you know, one who's functioning under. Because she was under Arkham Asylum, not Blackgate, right? Yeah, I don't know. Well, what's your opinion? I want to know more.
The next thing you know is we'll be exchanging emails or meeting up for
Part of me struggles with it because even with Harley, I kind of think of Joker almost asexually. Because it feels like, except when he can use it to his advantage, I suppose, for manipulation purposes. But like, I feel like even with Harley, like anything that distracts from chaos isn't worth it. So I don't know. I want to learn from you.
At the beginning, I seemed to be winning. The cards all went my way, and I found myself...
Yeah, Joker's daughter, I can picture her... I can't remember which comic it is.
That he would play fair. I looked around the table.
She cut Maxie Zeus's arm off.
I was against. Card sharks, thugs, princes, and the disgusting midget who ran the place. One by one,
don't love that word.
all lost or folded. The chips were piling up, and it was just him and me.
Yeah, I do appreciate that, like, in some of these things they realize that even a bad guy shouldn't be saying words like that. That's true too.
What are you doing here? He's not one of us. Is he?
I saw him. He appeared out of nowhere. Took out everyone in the court. At least the kitty cat got offed. He saved her too, and took out the boss. So what now? Batman and Catwoman are free, Two-Face is strung up, and we're stuck out here in the cold.
Yeah. Ever get the idea you picked the wrong side?
Batman was only interested in saving
I don't need to trigger it to do it,
boss in the court,
but I want
planning
to
his
trigger it.
revenge.
I'm waiting for you at the church, Dark Knight. Waiting to prove that I am better than
What
you.
new side mission?
Can anyone help me?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm trapped on the roof of the
We'll get
Gotham
Deadshot.
FM
We'll
building
unlock
up
a,
to the north. I don't know.
Batman blew up the bell tower.
I'm trying to think of who... It wasn't a daughter, but in Return of the Joker, the Batman Beyond movie, it's been a while since I watched that. I don't want to spoil anything for those of you who haven't seen it, but...
Oh, no! Where have they gone?
It's a young Joker in the future.
Doing what you do, I, the Riddler, snuck in and took all those poor, stupid fools.
Civil rights improvement. You've given me something to think about.
Questions, Dark Knight. It's not you who needs answers here, it's me. You answer my riddles and I tell you where they are. You answer my riddles and they don't die. So, shall we begin? I'm an instrument whose music always comes from the heart. What am I?
I didn't want to give that away. I meant how they got him there.
Well done. See, you can do it. Solve enough of
It's an
my
organ.
carefully
Get it?
constructed conundrums, and I'll tell you where the rest of my hostages are. The first is in the courtroom.
No, don't be sorry.
I suggest you hurry.
No
He
need to
may
be
have
sorry.
been sentenced already.
I didn't give it away.
Don't get too comfortable, Dark Knight. All through Arkham City, deep undercover, are people working to ensure that I am informed of what the other so-called super criminals are planning.
It's after 2 o'clock already? That is
We're
crazy.
arranging a little welcoming committee for you outside.
Yeah, I think we'll unlock... we'll start to unlock Riddler. And we'll unlock... spoiler alert? Deadshot? And I think the Identity Thief storyline is available too. We may do that.
See, I told you, Batman's here.
I don't get it. How'd you know?
That's not important. Kill him!
No problem.
Oddly enough, one of the characters that I was most excited about in this game comes a lot later. It's the Mad Hatter.
I know you work for Riddler.
We won't see Mad Hatter for a while.
I'll tell you what you want to know.
It's
I
been
like
a
Mad
pleasure.
Hatter a lot. Yeah, and again, for those, if you happened to not hear it or haven't played this game before, whenever you see a goon in green, they are a Riddler henchman, and essentially they'll give you information. If you interrogate them, they will give you information about
Especially Two-Face's guys. Joker doesn't
where
trust that
the
melty-faced
riddles
bastard,
are.
and neither do I. This is just the kind of
In the
crap
first
you
game, Arkham Asylum, you found the map, and it gave it to you, but they made a combat thing. Can't get that one yet because I don't have the crypto sync with
Just, well, don't tell no one, but I used to roll with Harvey. I was part of his gang for years. Really? Yeah, but not now, right? No, of course not. I was there when Two-Face cut up my buddy. He just flipped that damn coin and had my friend cut in two.
So, it's payback time. And anyway, you're either with Jay,
or
sweet.
We put a bullet in your head.
There's another one. Speaking of,
Get over here, back.
so the big thing about it is you have to make sure that they are the last ones standing. Just like that.
Tell me everything about the Riddler.
Just do what he says. I'll tell you everything.
And truly,
thank you.
You don't overthink it even a little bit. Yeah, I got that one.
It's Batman.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna die, Batman.
Not quite fast enough. That's okay. Little mistakes. Little happy trees. Let's go over here because you are gonna mess things up for me. Same mistake, different day. Same mistake again. All right, I just need to stop using that. I just need to be patient. There we go.
Riddler, talk.
Oh, crap. Okay, I just help him out.
Thanks for your help.
I'll have to watch that in a second. I just got a text that says, I am ASMR for puppies. So if you have a puppy, give me a like and a follow and just turn it on in the background. You don't even need to listen. Let's save this guy. Aww, that's adorable. Little puppies. I love a puppy. And cats. Pretty great.
Still don't get it. Why is this guy here?
Monica, the one in my bubble, with whom I will probably play Little Nightmares, started fostering a puppy back at the beginning of November. He was just a few weeks old.
This'll be easy.
He's the cutest, and she has decided to adopt him. His name is Charles. He has made a couple of appearances on this stream, but I adore that little man. He likes to chew on my beard.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll tell you everything.
There was never any doubt in my mind.
Oh, Monica doesn't play video games. She's just going to sit next to me as I play it.
Me. I didn't want to do it, but he made me. He had my friend. He stuck a knife in his leg. It means it's all my fault.
I have gotten Monica to play.
Where is he?
He's insane.
Plants vs.
He told me
Zombies
to get
2.
everyone out of the church. He said they'd all die if I
Garden
didn't.
Warfare.
I was scared. He kept blaming you.
And I should have streamed that
safe
because she was
He told me
chaos.
to tell you something. He was very, very specific. It's just some numbers. 275.
Yeah, one of the things that I want to do.
I have no idea
when
what they mean.
when COVID's
sound
done
like a
with
radio
this,
frequency.
because I have so many theater friends. Brag. I have so many theater friends who either enjoy video games or I think I could convince to play video games with me. I want to bring them on here and play video games and just, talk about our theater experience.
A riddle for a bat. Can you solve it?
Did you figure out what the numbers mean?
Yes, it's just one of Riddler's games. He gave you something,
That's
right?
delightful.
Yeah, it's just a box. I don't know what it does.
I'll figure it out. You should head back to the church. You'll be safer there.
I haven't played Among Us, but my friend Andrew is trying to get me to start. Should I play that? Can you play it on here on the on my TV?
You'll want to share me. But if you share me, I'll be gone. What am I? Well done, Dark Knight.
I should just clear my computer a little bit so that I can. I have a Mac, but I could do some Steam stuff. Ooh, okay. I will have to make this.
Riddler's loose in Arkham City. He's taken the guards from the church hostage.
As I recall, he's been incarcerated since you led the police to his location from Arkham Island. What does he want?
I do love the Riddler.
He's leaving me radio frequencies, and he gave me a device
I
to
love
decode
riddles.
his riddles. They lead to map references.
And also,
within
I feel
Arkham
like
City.
I'm a pain.
I'll let you know how I get on.
The ass. That's awesome. Yeah, I will look into it, and also I need to email you today. I will. I just have to remember. Man, my memory in COVID.
April, June, and November. All the rest have 31. Except
I had to memorize lines for the first time.
Rain or shine.
And I was disappointed at how challenging it was. It also makes sense, because I'm out of practice. But man. That's something for you, for anybody who is out there who is not in theater. That is one of the things that I hear the most from folks, is how do you memorize all those lines? And the truth is, it takes practice. It's kind of keeping your brain up to snuff. And if you want to start memorizing, pick something to memorize and start working on it. If you ever want like hints on how to memorize, because that's part of it too. It's knowing the tricks of the trade. I'd be happy to share some of those. Joey Wheeler, thank you so much for joining me, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Hope to see you back someday. And if not, as somebody who was very angry at me for posting on Facebook once said, have a nice life. That was said to me out of anger. I am saying it to you, Joey. Out of love. All right. Oh, I was gonna get Deadshot. I could save the upgrade, but I'm gonna put it into Catwoman's stuff. I feel less bad about upgrading Catwoman than I do upgrading Batman's armor. Let's see. Can I see Ace Chemical from here? Yeah. That's a riddle. Subject too small.
Must have friends in high places.
There we go.
Visual on target. I repeat.
Yeah, and that'll be something we can do during the Riddler or the challenge maps. Is we'll just get this one out of the way because that'll be fun. We can go through all the lore because this game goes into some deep lore, which is very cool. So we'll get this Riddler guy, and then we'll get Deadshot, and then I think we'll call it for a little bit. I'm gonna play some this evening. I think I was gonna do a double day yesterday, but like I said, it just didn't
So you decided
feel
to finally show up, did you?
quite right. I felt like my attention
Well done,
needed to
Dark
be
Knight. You figured out how
on
to
more
ruin
important
the
things than Gotham City.
You've got to help me!
I will.
Oh, very. There's no shame in cheating.
Ouch.
If you admit you cannot solve my challenge.
Over here!
I hope you don't think that all of my puzzles will be that simple.
Yeah, so just don't get shocked on the floor. And it's that one, right? There we go. Yeah, I really enjoy this too, because I feel like it stays within the universe of the Arkham Verse. But it kind of harkens back to the murder traps, the death traps
That's what he told me to tell you.
of kind of
I don't
classic
know what it means, but he said he'd kill the
Golden
others
Age
if I didn't tell you
Batman,
exactly
and
what he
definitely
said.
the
Why doesn't he
1966
just tell you
Adam
what he
West
wants?
Batman, where they'd be
Because he's
over the top rooms.
You don't say.
Yeah, I like this game for that reason. 625-925. Oh, 625. What's nice is you don't have to be exactly on it, but you can.
Riddle me this. The more there is, the less you see. What could I be?
Oh. That is very stressful.
Was it hard? I hope so. Because
Yeah.
it is time for a reward. And what's more rewarding than a riddle?
About once a year.
Riddle me this.
I
The more there is,
I love that.
the less you see.
At least your actors are consistent in that. I will say that's one of my that's become one of my favorite things, like, to have an ability in is filling in at the last minute. It's something that I've been called upon to do several times. Sometimes for tragic reasons, you know, having colleagues have to go out because of illness or loss. Sometimes for business reasons, I guess we'll say. But yeah, I love jumping in at the last minute. It satisfies my superhero ego. And it's also like this adrenaline rush to have a challenge of like, okay, I have X amount of hours and I have to get this done.
Nah, getting caught is their problem. True.
Sometimes it's nice to have a couple of weeks.
Who cares what he's planning? Everybody's saying he'll be dead soon. Figure when that happens, Penguin's gonna march us all over this place, taking out anyone.
Did I go too high? I went too high. So what are these 8-minute pieces? I would love to learn more. I'm sorry that I don't know already. Ah, they're for students. I understand. Yeah, it really stinks to take that
Over here,
experience and time on stage away from them.
What are you
But it's
doing
good
up
that you
here?
have that ability
There's
to
someone
jump
after
in.
me. He's trying to kill me.
Who?
I think he works for Strange. That bastard has me working on his damn tower for 6 months. And no sooner is it
looks
all
like Dan
operational, he has me
Castellaneta.
thrown in here.
What were you working on?
Like an ugly
There are a
Dan
number of
Castellaneta.
signal relay points around the top of the tower.
I met him once.
Specifications-
That was very cool. He's a very nice person.
I need to set up a crime scene here. It's the only way to find out who killed this man. The bullet hit here.
It's all this stuff that I know I need to do. I don't usually sit down and play this in one setting. At least the story mode with all the riddles in one setting. Although I could and will for some sort of speed run. I'll have to decide whether I want to do 100% or if we just want to do an any percent. But yeah, it's hard to walk away from this game for me. I love that. That is so cool.
The shot was taken from somewhere around here. I should scan the area.
That is very neat. I just taught my first acting class this year at the college level.
There's the shell casing.
It was all for non-actors, so it's very... My approach is very much, what are the skills within theater that are going to be the most beneficial to people? And because I love improv, improv's always a couple weeks.
Deadshot is in Arkham City.
What's he doing there?
But that is really cool.
It seems unlikely, but I'm not ruling anything out.
So, it's the world's greatest detective versus
If you
the world's
remember,
deadliest assassin.
at the very beginning, the guy was like, "You're on my list."
Not him.
That was Deadshot.
Send me the full database entry for Deadshot. I've uploaded everything I know about the victim. I'll be in touch.
And just because I can't walk away, I'm gonna get one more trophy, because this one is kind of a pain. I'm gonna knock this out, and then I'm gonna try to be a person for the day. Until I get to be a video game player again later. I've been on a Skyrim kick, so I think I might stream some Skyrim. I haven't done a PG stream in a little while, which I feel a little bad, because I want my nieces and nephews to get to watch and participate. I just don't know if I have that in me tonight. Although wait, Dustin, you've got your thing at, what is it, 6 tonight? Oh, maybe I'll just watch that instead. Or I'll play late. Oh, there's all these ones that I want to get. I'm gonna get this last one, and then we'll call it. I want to say that it's just because it's Batman, but this is part of the reason that I struggle with open world games. Is there's so much to collect.
Gotham is a safer place without you. You are responsible for your own survival within this facility.
Fuchsia, I love that. How cool. We should have a talk about that sometime. Oh yeah, Beaky is tonight at 7. Oh, Beaky's so much fun. I'll have to try to catch y'all's streams. And then, yeah. Maybe if I get bored watching because I have attention problems, I'll play later. We shall see.
Kicks off and Penguin takes over.
Okay, well, I blew up the wall. Now I have to get it. Oh, it's a problem. Oh, and then the phone starts ringing for Zaz. That's fine. I can walk away. Oops, wrong button. Pull that guy up. Then you pull it to you. You know, why? That is why. Because I was pressing the wrong button. I love this game so much. Yeah, I would love that sometime. Well, thank you all. This has just been so much fun. Yeah, I'm thankful for all the viewers. I'm working on getting my my percentages up because as a lot of you know, I'm working toward that affiliate status, which will be really cool. We're getting closer every day, which is awesome. So I'm so grateful for the support. Thankful that I get to share it on a game like Arkham City. we'll be back with Arkham City probably tomorrow morning, if I'm honest. I got to get better about posting my schedule ahead of time, figuring out what exactly that will be. But thank you so much. If you ever have any questions or anything like that, I really appreciate the hosting, Dustin. It is awesome, and the shout outs all the time. We're 16 away from 50, which is a great place to be. But if nothing else, I have so many wonderful friends on here as always that I get to play video games with, where I'd normally just be sitting home alone. Yeah, this has been a blast. We've got a long way to go till we 100% this particular game, but it's going to be a fun ride. Yeah, and feel free to check out my page in the future. If I'm not on, I've got a bunch of friends that I have I've hosted and that I want to send your attention their way, because they are great. They play some cool games too. As always, I have been David Moan. You have been wonderful. Can't wait for next time. Have a great rest of your day.